She says, we are rarely surprised when we meet people with excellent manners and rotten characters, or moral saints with despicable manners. For most of us, ethics deals with serious matters, life altering questions, dramatic decision making. On the other hand, manners is about etiquette, social convention, public demeanor. Most of us intuitively feel that there is a substantial difference between deciding to commit suicide and what fork to use during the salad course. However, I am convinced that the divide between manners and morals is not as great as we think it to be. In fact, I want to argue, putting table etiquette and style issues aside, that at their core, manners and morals are both a conscious and unconscious outward expression of moral concern and moral character. Now, the great aesthetician Immanuel Kant once argued that manners have a moral point because they consciously reflect the actor's care and concern for the rights of fellow members of a community. I would argue that even at the unconscious level, good public manners, whether produced by habit or training, suggest that we should not act in a superior fashion in regard to all others. Good manners maintains that as a member of a community, we cannot arbitrarily act the way we want to. We cannot be exceptional. We cannot be rude. We cannot be improper. We cannot be immoral with others. When we accidentally bump into a stranger, for example, in the street and say, excuse me, the action is a civil courtesy, and ethically, it reflects our concern for the personal space and the rights of others. A number of years ago, a little book was published by Pier Massimo Forni entitled Choosing Civility, the 25 Rules of Considerate Conduct. It was a surprising bestseller, but maybe not so surprising. Forni's thesis was a simple one. The correct ethics of what to do in a particular situation is often hard to figure out. So when life is difficult, says Forni, when we are unsure, when we are struggling to make sense of what to do, when we can't figure out the morality of the moment, we should, at the very least, settle for good manners. Forni's basic message addresses the central issue of both manners and morals, I think. While each of us is important, none of us can claim special importance to the exclusion of all others. Therefore, when in doubt, don't be the center of everything. Acknowledge others. Be inclusive. Look and listen. Be empathic. Be open to the world of needs and wants beyond those of your own. You know what? I've been teaching ethics a very long time, and this makes pretty good sense to me.
I definitely agree with that. I want to open with that, people. And once again, individuals that are watching me on Unplugged, I got a black screen on Unplugged. I do apologize, but I got in here to the studio, and y'all heard me. For those that was with me last night, complaining about the bright ass light, the studio light. I fucked around. I brought a new studio light. I brought a softer light, and when I was changing the light, I dropped the other light, and it just, you know, when that type of fluorescent light, when it buzzes, it spills stuff everywhere. And because it did that, I had to literally take all the cameras. I had to remove some cameras, and I want to hurry up and do this live stream, so I couldn't get to wire all that stuff back up. But but nonetheless, I got individuals that I want to thank today. Of course, I appreciate you guys for being here. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to rock out with me, and I definitely appreciate that. I'm talking about morals today, y'all. Definitely appreciate that. I'm talking about morals today, y'all. And I'm talking about morals because when it comes to morals, a lot of you don't realize that there's a number of things going on when we talk about morals. When we talk about morals, here's what a lot of people think. A lot of people think they can go commit a crime, but then hold the door open for that old lady and say, I got good morals. When in fact, that's not how it works. A lot of people are not under the, a lot of people refuse to believe, and a lot of people refuse to understand that, in fact, your morals regulate both your good and your bad. So we're going to be talking about that today on Seven Cities Radio. I'm the man, not the myth, Chris One of the Chris One Radio Group. I appreciate everybody for being here. I see I got Vin here. Vin, give me a thumbs up. I definitely appreciate that. I got individuals on Unplugged checking me out. I do appreciate you guys. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decide to rock out with me, and I definitely appreciate that. It is always appreciated. Remember, I got to thank my man, Mr. Dwan, for that $60 contribution via my Connect Pal. So I definitely appreciate that. All right, so let's get it. Let's talk about morals. As I am talking about morals today here on various platforms. I'm going to talk about something that I said, I think it was just the other day. Today is Tuesday, so I had to have said this Sunday, all right? And what I said was, a lot of people are under the impression that their good and their bad doesn't explain who their character are. They think that if I can just, let's take the Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent concept. A lot of people dub Batman as a vigilante. This same man takes off his Bat's uniform, and then he's a philanthropist. He's Bruce Wayne. So what does that mean? He is doing justice under the context, on I guess, his own law. What we've seen in the Batman movie that just came out, Batman actually branded somebody. I've never seen that. Honestly, I don't know where that came from, but I was like, Batman branding people? Where did he get the hot fire and the bat emblem? All right, nonetheless, okay. But a lot of people think, let me give you an example when I say this. I have a business, and when you give someone a service, I have the responsibility to then say, I'm going to call you and do a follow-up. But then if I have bad business morals, once I get your money, I don't care about you. I don't care about the product that I did for you. I don't really care. I told you I'm going to call you with the follow-up, but that is not my intentions. I have absolutely no intentions on calling you with a follow-up. And then a year later comes, and I run into you on the street, and I say, hey, how is that I did for you? Oh, it went south a couple of days after you did it. Oh, why didn't you call me? Well, actually, you said you were going to call me. And that's where my business morals have just been put in check. My business morals has just been put in check. People, if it's one thing, I will always tell people that when it comes to me as a person, if I in fact did you wrong, you have to let me know, and I will try and make it right. I say this because I have morals. I tell you, individuals, that I fought for 11 and a half years to be a father. And the reason why I did that is because of my morals. My morals had me fighting. Our morals actually put us on remote control. You can't control them. A lot of people are under the impression that they think that their morals is something that they have to put effort and into it. They think that when it comes to their morals, they honestly think that they have to choose. Your morals is your character, whether it's good or bad. These are your morals. You cannot change someone's morals. You can't. You can't. Let's be clear. You cannot change someone's morals. You can't. I will tell people when it comes to my family, my biggest problem when it came to my family is I tried to give family morals to someone that had no idea what family was all about. That's what I did. I get it now. I get it. I get it now that I navigate myself through life saying, hey, I'm going to call you, and I'll call you. I navigate myself through life saying, hey, I'm going to get back to you, and I'm going to get back to you. People don't do that. I brought my brother a cell phone. Well, I gave him one of my phones. I have a family plan. I got 4 cell phones. I gave my brother one. He called me 2 or 3 days after I gave him the phone. He called me when he needed some money. I called him for about 2 weeks. Here it is. I'm calling him on a phone that I gave him. I'm sure that when I make the payment, it comes up in all my phones. Thank you for your payment. My brother don't call me. It's okay. So I was actually talking to him. I'm going to tell y'all where this is coming from. WDAD 98.3.com FM, 7 Cities Radio. I am Chris One of the Chris One Radio Group. Appreciate you guys for being here. You guys could be anywhere else in the world, but you're rocking out with me instead, and I definitely appreciate that. I am talking about morals. I am talking about morals. So I was talking to my mom. And I told my mom, I'm done. I'm the youngest one in this family. And I shouldn't be the one that is keeping this family together. I'm done. I'm done. I got called when an individual needed money. That's when I got called. But the same individual, when I called him, he said, hey, man, I'm going to call you back. That was a month and a half ago. I get it. I get it. I get it. Nobody wants to talk to Chris. Chris is corny. I have morals. I tell y'all, no, I don't get pussy. Proud to say it. I tell y'all that I'm a man that I say when I mean what I say. I'm gonna tell y'all, I tell y'all that I am a man when I say, you know, I get pussy. I proudly say that because I understand what it means to be out there being reckless. But individuals, when I meet individuals, they think the narrative with women is all men want is sex. Then they end up losing me. I'll call you back. I'll call you back. And then I give that 2 days. And then after 2 days, it's nothing you could say to me. I done kicked down away from you because people's morals will tell you more about them than they could say. No, I understand that, Barbara. I said that. I got a gray screen on Unplugged because of the camera. I got a lot of streams. So for all those that wasn't here, I guess I got to put gray screen, but I told individuals that that's what it was going to be. So I appreciate that. But we're talking about morals. Now, my mom, a woman that told me treat people how to, what my mom used to always say, teach people how to treat you. That was the narrative that my mom always gave us. Teach people how to treat teach people how to treat you. That was and then when I say I'm tired of my family, because the merry-go-round that my former daughter and her mother sent me on, it really killed the fuse of me understanding, and especially, I have to say, women. I would tell everybody in a minute, and I'm not ashamed to say this. I don't feel bad about saying this. I'm a man. My former daughter was taught, I want to learn how to fuck men over. Let me start with my father. That's what I was taught. That's what I was shown. I am not interested in anybody else showing me this. Morals come from your heart. You cannot change that. If you're a man and you had kids and you think you don't have to pay anything for your kids, that's a moral issue. If you're a woman and you think all men just want to have sex, if you think because you're a woman, it's all about my big this and my big that and I'm popping, it's okay. You'll lose me. You'll notice that I don't talk to you as much. That's how I am. You don't get to tell me, hey, I'll call you back 5 times. No, you're getting 2 days of that. That's it. I gave my family 11 and a half years. Now I said, we're going to drop this down to 48 hours. I don't know. It has something to do with the TV show. So I'm telling my mom, and my mom gets mad at me. My mom literally got mad at me. My mom wanted me to continue to do as I was doing. And my mom was like, well, if you change now, then you won't help family. Wait a minute. I literally, people, let me tell you something. My brother said I was going to call you back. Even went so far as to tell my mom. I called him. He called me. I called him 3 times and he didn't call me back. I actually screenshot my phone and I sent it to my mom. And she said, "Oh yeah, I got the pictures. What were they like?" I said, "Yeah, can you look on there and could you match up the number that he called you from and see where there was an outgoing or an ingoing on my end? Can you find that for me?" And then it's, well, blah 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 blah. No, let me tell you something. individuals, if you tell me, I'm all right, I'm gonna come to your house tomorrow. I'm talking me, because I'm corny. All right. I'm talking from, and then some dude be like, yo, man, we about to go check out tomorrow, we're gonna go check out the bitches. You gonna bump me? You're gonna call me up and say, hey, man, I got something else to do. You're gonna bump me. That's how it is. So what I'm saying is, anything short of you dying, you're gonna still exist. You're gonna say, hey, look, I was gonna get it. I was gonna touch bases back with you, but I'm gonna do something else that's more important. I go through these phases. And the phases that I go through is like, I come out my shell, and then I'll talk to people. I'll meet people. And then it's the people. It's the same old shit every time. Women thinking all you want is sex, wanting to be chased, lying to you about interest, wanting you to keep trying to chase them to produce some type of interest. Individuals, they're about their life. It's okay. It's okay to, we going to the cigar club. It's okay to say we going to the strip club. I don't do cigars. I don't do strip clubs. I don't drink, so I don't do bars. So that makes me the odd man out. It's okay. But what I'm here to tell you today is, your morals will tell someone more about you than you think. The little things. If you think it's no big deal to tell somebody, hey, man, I'm going to come to your house tomorrow at 5 o'clock and pay you the $5 that I got from you. Get it, Barbara? $5. Hint, hint, which is going to help me segue into what I'm about to say. Miss Barbara, you think you slick? I see you. Miss Barbara P., she's right here looking at me on live. Miss Barbara P., I appreciate that. I salute you for that $5 contribution via my PayPal. Damn you. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much. Remember, y'all, I charge $1 to watch my live streams. But if you ain't got $1, hit that thumbs up button, man. Be a button bastard. She says, I know. I love your platform. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. That means a lot. It does. For the individuals that are watching me on Unplugged, once again, I guess I should have put it in the title that I'm doing that thing on a black screen, but it's not exactly black, but nonetheless. And once again, Miss Barbara, I appreciate that. So I'm talking about morals, because your morals is equivalent to your word. And morals, listen, what I don't care about, because they're your problems, they're not mine. I don't care about your problems. I got my own. If you said you was going to do something with me, if you said you're going to pay me back, if you said you was going to come, we was going to do, I don't care nothing about your problems. I got my own. Nobody can pay their rent or their mortgage with with a certificate of somebody's problems. Nobody says, hey, listen, I would have came to your house because I know when I hook up with you, you was going to give me that moral certificate, and I would have been able to take that moral certificate and go pay my mortgage with it. It doesn't say that. . 'Cause And that's the truth. Nobody cares about that. But for whatever reason, we live in a world where people want you to, hey, spot me some morals because I got a problem. I don't care about your problem. These are facts, people. I don't care. Why should I? They're your problems. They're your problems. Should I walk around here and say, hey, I got a friend. Hey man, I'll give you an example. I got a 600, right? My Honda is a 600. Now, let's just say there's a guy that has this guy, he has a 49cc, which is a scooter, a moped. And because he has a moped, he cannot ride as fast as we are. So it's time to go riding. And because his scooter, his moped, don't go fast as what we have, we're going to kick him to the curb. When it's time to go riding, oh, you wanted to ride with us? Oh, man. That's corny. That is 100% pure grade A corny. Very well said, Miss Barbara P. She says, right. That's why back in the day, your word was your honor. Bingo. People don't understand that. They don't understand that. They think, a lot of people think they can just say stuff, something simple like, oh, I'll call you back, and think that doesn't count towards your morals. You lose me. You lose me. Facts. You lose me. You lose me. Some people tolerances are less than others. I have a beautiful life. I don't need promises of connection. Fuck, I don't need that. What I need that for? I don't need that. Oh yeah, I got a promise of connection. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I gave this dude a cell phone because there was a term that I live by with my morals. Am I my brother's keeper? Am I my brother's keeper? Yeah.